maybe we shouldn't be moving to the Okanagan. Those are the thoughts go through your mind once you hear all kinds of news and they tell you only bits and pieces of information. My name is Sergej from neuHouzz team, and I'm here to share a little bit of information about the current market and how appropriate we are in July and August. Those are really, really warm months here in the Okanagan where you can enjoy the beautiful outdoors. And at the same time, you have to realize, and probably you already know about it, there's some things that come with all of that living in paradise stuff. So what am I talking about, guys? July and August since 2012, since the year that I moved here with my wife, yes, we have experienced a few incidents where through the summer, and it's typically in July and August, the hottest months of the year, where there's some smoke in the area. How often does it happen? Well, it happened maybe 4, maybe 5 times. How long does it last? Well, it doesn't last for months and months and months. Yes, have we experienced, my wife and I, in our 11 years here, where maybe a smoke is lingering for about a week or for 2? Yes, we have. Now, what really bothers me sometimes is how the news delivers that news and information to us on the provincial and television channels and etc. Right? They are in business to make a biggest splash with their pictures, messages, and etc. So they show you the worst images possible. Now, how do they do that? They do it with strong photography skills, aerial shots, and all of that. Now, also what I want to tell you is that in all that time, in 11 years that we've been here, and I've been a member of a Kaleden fire department, we maybe lost less than a handful of structures in a large area of South Okanagan due to interface fire. And why is it, guys? It's because we have such a strong support from on the provincial level and government, federal level, to fight those fires. We are investing millions and millions of dollars into supporting the fight against fires. Now, there's different programs also, the grants are being used. So what can we do? Well, the number one thing, guys, make sure you spend a little bit of time fire protecting your own property. FireSmart BC is a great site where you can get that information. So get out there, take a look. And those are the basic, simple things that we can do to protect our properties. Making sure that our gutters are clean from dead leaves and pine needles and etc. Making sure that valleys are clean where maybe the embers that's flying through the air can land and ignite. Making sure that surrounding area about 6 to 8 feet around our house and around our properties is relatively clean, and there's no transfer from maybe what could be a ground fire that it can climb up on the side of your house, because that's when the problem is happening. If you have grass, or maybe it's there's no shrubs and maybe it's a concrete sidewalk around, those are perfect protection for your property. Of course, there's many different ways. It's a whole another video, but those are just the simplest things that we can do, and they make huge difference. That's how we as firefighters, when we are called out there to go out do structure protection in the interface wildfires, that's what we do. We're making sure that gutters are empty, making sure that the debris is pulled away from it. There's no combustible materials such as maybe old furniture that's rotten that would be easy to spark. We pull that away, we're making sure. And then we set up some sprinklers. Of course, water, humidity, that's all makes a difference. And what about the most simplest pieces of equipment that can help you? Well, such as, could be a tripod sprinkler, butterfly sprinklers. Extremely easy to set up, easy to hook up. They look like this. So make sure maybe you have something like that on hand. It could be positioned if you know that maybe the fire could advance from one of the sides if you are in that area, if you're home in an interface, and maybe you have to start thinking about that. Maybe it's kilometers away yet, but you need to set up some kind of protection and be proactive. That's what I would do. I would set those around the property, around the house, specifically a structure that you want to protect, and make sure you're ready to deploy it when you need to. Another piece is something a little bit less simpler, and it's just sticks in the ground. Another butterfly sprinkler, hose hooked up. We often use these kind of sprinkler systems. We set them up off the gable ends, so we are actually spraying on the above the house, and the water comes down and protects the house. And why we do that? Well, of course, we want to keep everything nice and wet around the property, but it also creates a ring of humidity around your structure. And that is really, really important. Humidity doesn't allow for fires to ignite easily, and then especially doesn't allow it to progress extremely fast. So those are the simplest things that you can do, and it's easy. You can set up those just on your gable ends or on the roof lines. So take time, kind of Google it. It's lots of that information on there. FireSmart BC is one of the best sites that you can go to. But of course, remember that if you are looking for the information, if you're considering maybe moving to the island or some other parts of the Okanagan, North Okanagan or South Okanagan, and you strictly making it on the because there's lots of fires you heard about South Okanagan, give us a phone call. Let's chat, and I'll give you the information from the front line. So I have some intel, so I'm happy to share that with you and tell you that it's actually not as bad and not as dangerous as sometimes the media is making it sound. What about the Okanagan market? Well, we are in July. We have about roughly 30 days for summer market to kind of finish off. I guarantee August is going to be slow. We're seeing some sellers, well, a lot of sellers who are starting to adjust their prices downwards. So price improvements are something that's been really prevalent in the last 7 to 10 days because sellers are understanding that they have a small window left before everybody is on the summer holidays in August, and therefore price adjustments are happening. Buyers, there's lots of buyers who are going to be right now trying to pull that trigger because they are locked in and they want to buy in the next, maybe 60 days before the next potential interest hike could affect them. So guys, there's opportunities for sellers and buyers. If you're looking for hyper-local information about the real estate market in South Okanagan, give one of our teammates on neuHouzz, a real estate group, a call. We're happy to give you all of the nitty-gritty, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And hopefully you found this video helpful. If you need anything, give us a call. We're here for you guys. Peace.